Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I'm going to use the Anna K Tarot. If you like it, it's really, really easy to shuffle. If you like the images, and it slides like a dream, and it literally like came out of the box like that. So it's easy to work with. Okay, but it's for Sunday, April 25th, and as usual, I'm looking for a spiritual message to help us heal our souls, and also with help for the day. Ooh, they're all reversed. Okay. Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Five of Swords. Okay, and all reversed. So with the theme being the Knight of Swords reversed, well, goodness, that's one of those difficult cards where it could be a person. Definitely could be a person in your life. It's always either going to be an aspect of ourselves or a person in our lives when I'm speaking to just about any of these cards. But with the court cards, they can tend to be people. Now, so with the Knight of Swords reversed, we're in that area of somebody being kind of cold-hearted, maybe even being out of integrity and being rather manipulative. So that's where, we have to be careful. I mean, you can see the image of the burning house in the background. This deck is not as happy as some of the other ones. And it's interesting, in this deck, at least he has his helmet down. In the traditional Rider-Waite, the helmet's up and he's like on a horse. This guy's on foot. So it's a little different. Maybe he's kind of sneaky, because he came through reversed. Straight up, it would be a guy that's, clear thinking and takes quick action and does have integrity and is not so cold-hearted and actually, a good leader. But reversed, we might be in that area of healing an issue with our father, where our father wasn't very warm, and that it doesn't mean that they were like corrupt or out of integrity, but it could just mean that they didn't have warmth when they were growing up and they don't know how to give it. That's true for, a lot of us. My age, I'm 67. No, I'll be 67 in June. I'm still 66. I guess I should take it while I have it, right? But anyway, the deal is coldness can come from a fear of expressing feelings. And then what happens is there's this whole, with the Seven of Wands, you're having to take a stand, but when it's reversed, you're not standing up for yourself. And so you have to ask, like, why? If this was a father or a caretaker, that was cold, then you might be afraid that your feelings won't be received. Or maybe when you did put yourself out there when you were a kid, maybe you weren't met, That can happen where you have a father or even a mom or an older brother or an uncle or, grandfather, someone older with that type of just cold-heartedness, and they might make fun of you for crying or make fun of you for standing up for yourself and saying, oh, kids aren't allowed to do that. Remember the old days when it's like, kids were sometimes to be seen but not heard, and definitely not both, and, it wasn't good. So this, with the Seven of Wands, when that comes through reversed, it can have you in a place where you can't really decide the best way to go or what to do. And you could be kind of confused and being afraid of being embarrassed, or having to pretend and put on a happy face. Same thing, because of this energy here. Because this is pretty much an immovable force of coldness. This might as well be a big block of ice right here. And you can't really fight that when you're little. You can't. You just have to, you don't even think of it until you get older and you rebel. Then again, some little ones come in and they know how to help their parents heal. Just instinctually. They're not going to take no for an answer. But then again, if parents are abusive, which that could be here too, this could have been an abusive parent that would not allow you to stand up for yourself, and therefore, growing up, you have this deep inner conflict with this Five of Swords reversed, where you can't seem to find, a place where you're afraid of revenge. But you can, though, as well. I mean, this can be a card. The Five of Swords reversed can also bring in that place where you come to resolution within, and you have a peaceful place inside of you that does communicate well, like from your higher self to your little one. Like I was speaking to yesterday, was a lot about that. It was all about that. So that inner healing that can come through, which does create peace in your soul. Because, straight up, this is all about, war, and it's like scorched earth type of, And this is what we have as humans. We've lived through times like this. And there's a place inside of us that can get very afraid of, of this happening again. So, of course, and, imagine like being a mom and having to protect your little one. But this card is the best card to have reversed. It's one of the best. This one and the Five of Pentacles. Actually, probably all the fives. Because the fives can tend to be more challenging. So again, I'm feeling like recovering over frozen parts of our soul substance where we were afraid to stand up for ourselves. That's what I'm feeling here. So let's move these up, and I'm going to use this. It's this shamanic deck. It's the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck by these three. Collette, Baron-Reid is pretty much the one that you'll notice, though, because of all the other decks. So let's see. Let's see what we can get here. Yeah. The Rainmaker, Stand Still. Yes, and the Witness. Absolutely. So, the message here, if we come inside and we get inside those places where we've been traumatized, we will kind of freeze. We will, because that's what happens with trauma. It's either fight, flight, or freeze. And sometimes you'll go through, different stages of it within the same place of trauma. But stopping whatever's going on and being very, very present with yourself, calling in your higher self, or your higher self is always there, never leaves you, but aligning with your higher self and letting your higher self be the witness for you as you heal. And I think the Rainmaker could also be to just letting the tears flow freely because of the healing. Just like when, imagine that fire back there and this fire here. Imagine rain coming in and healing all of that. And it makes things grow, it brings life. Same thing when we let our tears flow. Same thing. It works the same way. That's how we heal our souls. So whenever the process comes, I like how there's this archway here. So whenever the opportunity comes to heal, take your time with it. Make sure you give it time and align with your higher self to help the tears flow if need be, or just to cleanse. It can also just be the cleansing rain. Sometimes there isn't pain to access. It's more of finding your power, standing in your power, and having your higher self guide you through it. That's really beautiful. Okay, well, that's all I have for today. Thanks, you guys. Take good care. Be back soon. Bye.